to the channel. If you're seeing this, that means this message is for you. So receive it as it resonates. If it don't, just let it fly. Keep it pushing, y'all. Listen, y'all know I had my nap earlier, so let's get a reading. Let's get a reading. Here you come, la la way. Wait, my man. You wanna say hi? Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm just up, like, and I kind of want something to eat. Well, I don't know what. We got abundance coming out with brazen and speaking up, but let's just get one at a time. But yeah, it's mad weird, Divine Love Chosen. It's like at night I be wanting all types of salads and veggies and fruit, and then during the daytime I be wanting my bad food. Alright, let's see. We got awakening again, soul forgiveness, and level up. Awakening, soul forgiveness, and level up with love at the bottom of the deck. Gratitude. I hope y'all doing well, taking care of yourselves, doing the best you can for you and yours in the here and now. Let's see, what's the underlying emotions for my Divine Love Chosen right now? What's going on emotionally for my Divine Love Chosen? A lot of people's undergoing some deep awakenings, right? Transformations, releasing, letting go of the old, okay? And also remembering the old, forgiving yourself, soul forgiveness, forgiving others, forgiving people, okay? And leveling up, okay? This period. This is where you are in the here and now, Divine Love Chosen. Ooh. There could be a lot of people angry with your abundance. Oh, dang. Let me read them. It says, abundance is the perception of all the resources in life, knowing that you have all the power and support you need when abundance appears. It reminds you that the universe always responds to your needs in various ways. Anger is an unmet need or a boundary that has been crossed. It reminds you to set healthy boundaries to protect yourself when facing anger. Learn to be calm and reflective, discovering growth opportunities within. Okay, well, I'm glad we clearing that out because I haven't been feeling that. So I feel like it's other people around you, okay? I haven't been feeling the anger, but it's other people around you in your energy, okay? Soul forgiveness. We got letting go coming out with soul forgiveness. Letting go is the process of releasing all past emotions and experiences, freeing you from heavy burdens. Letting go reminds you that only by releasing the past can you embrace a new phase of life, allowing yourself to move forward with a lighter heart. Gratitude. Gratitude. Yeah, like a lot of past experiences could be coming up that you are forgiving yourself for and forgiving others for. Okay. Resonance. Resonance is a deep connection with your thoughts, emotions, or experiences. aligning you with the universe's energy when resonance appears to remind you of your connection with wisdom and your true self. Okay, resistance. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, letting go the need for control and accepting the current situation so you can find a new path. Right. So I feel like underlying energy, because I'm not feeling it heavily. Like, there could be people in the energy skeptical or whatever, or projecting skepticism. I'm not feeling it too heavily. Well, also, you could be cleansing and getting up on your protection ritual, so that's good. But yeah, there could be people in your energy that is angry and outraged at your abundance, right? You just being in abundant energy, you moving forward, you staying optimistic, right? You're not really letting anybody or anything weigh you down, right? And also alchemizing um, generational curses at the same time, like healing, okay? Healing and healing those mother wounds, healing those daddy wounds as well. We're gonna get right into some tarot because I want to do some more tarot. But also, your righteous anger. There's abundance that come from your righteous anger as well. Righteous anger, okay? Expressing yourself at full capacity. Right, with the Ace of Coins coming out with abundance. Empress energy. Mm-hmm. And by letting go, you are reclaiming your Empress. You are in your Empress energy. You are reclaiming yourself and getting more intentional. Okay, getting more intentional, becoming more intentional in the balance of life that you are guided and called to bring. Okay, holding grace. Again, setting boundaries with certain habits. Okay, maybe doom scrolling. It's about that time I get back up online, so holding grace, but um, your your path is weaved specifically for you. So we got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Spirit is like being patient with yourself as you are leveling up, right? Restarting and um, also recognizing that you don't have to do everything by yourself. Like, that's so exhausting. Like, you don't have to do everything by yourself, okay? For an example, um, yeah, but just like burnt out energy, right? Doing your hair, nails, makeup, doing your own lashes, like all of that is burnt out energy, okay? So I feel like in this season, in this next chapter, as you are shedding and reclaiming yourself, you are learning that um, you are learning to surrender, right? You are learning to invest in yourself and be patient with yourself, and of course, be intentional about who you align with. And I think that's a lot of the thing, what it is for you. Um, you don't just want any old body in your hair, right? You don't want just any old body um, on your nails. Like, You know what I mean? Or, so being patient with yourself. Or you don't just want any old body cooking your food either, or making your drinks, making your teas either. So also letting go of that. Another thing that was illuminated too was let me pull some more cards. Let me pull some more cards. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. Honor your righteous anger. Okay. Okay. Scream it out. Period. And also, especially in your your rituals, your protection rituals, um, you are safe to express yourself, to express your anger when when it is righteous. Okay? Because you're not out here just wishing ill will on anybody and everybody. 1111, as I say that. You're not just out here wilding like that. Okay? So, um, I feel like, a lot of immature feminines have grown out of that energy, have woken up from that energy. But, there's still a lot of toxic feminines and masculines on that type of timing too. So, but we ain't finna even focus on them, okay? Um, but also, yeah, with the Ace of Swords coming out, Empress, right? I feel like what you are learning is how frustrating it is. Like when you are a truth teller, when you tell the truth, and when you are honest with yourself, you have a harder time uh, nourishing lasting, genuine connections. 1212, as I say that, right? It always comes to a completion, right? Because you seek to have mutual, radical honesty in your connections. I feel like what I've learned over the years, I feel like, and I still got a lot to learn, but I feel like, you know, um, somebody who's just outright outraged and toxic and karmic and like, always outraged, always irrational is better than somebody, not necessarily better or worse, but I feel like it's much more detrimental when somebody is meticulous and quiet about their um, manipulation, right? About their lies, about their um, what you gonna call it, ill will upon somebody, right? And especially when it comes to lying, because it's like when you're not radically honest with yourself, it creates the frequency of confusion, right? And so, Spirit wants you to reflect as Empress. What are the things that you have been lying to yourself about? Why are you attracting people in your life that have a hard time being honest with you, right? And being honest with themselves. And not necessarily that is your fault. It's not your fault, but to be accountable for yourself and to heal and become more intentional. Spirit wants you to think about why it is that what lies do you tell yourself, basically, right? To be able to attract, people, um, a multitude of people on that level. And I'm hearing Spirit say, like, I'm hearing Spirit say, sometimes folks just get around your energy and just be wanting to lie, like like wanting to save face or wanting to put on this good girl, good boy type of energy, like, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it's like, be real. Be real about life. Like, be real about life, right? Um, Righteously, that is. Okay, we got temperance energy. Yeah, you are in a period of healing right now, restoring balance in your life. Um, Clarify, ancestors. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely somebody in your life trying to like manifest you in their life. But I think what they fail to realize is that's still a form of control. If you're if you are, praying to keep somebody in your life, or praying to bring you and somebody closer, or just praying on somebody else's uh, being, that's still a form of control, because you can't be real enough in your own life to be honest enough to nourish a genuine relationship in your life, um, through honesty, through radical honesty, and being able to vibrate and exude that uh, loving energy, because you are honest with yourself and doing the healing work. So that's still a form of control. That's still a form of, you know, trying to. And I feel like those people who are on that type of timing, it's like what ends up happening is you ultimately push that person further and further away from you, instead of focusing on your healing journey, instead of focusing on being radically honest with yourself so that you can open up more and be vulnerable and be a real person, instead of pretending and wearing a mask and, you know, suppressing yourself and then trying to suppress the energy around you. Because, if you naturally exude that energy where you're suppressing yourself, you're going to suppress the people around you as well. And so, instead of doing the actual work to be radically honest with yourself and it, wishing and doing spell work to 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 bring somebody closer to you, or to have, bring y'all back into alignment, or is still a form of control, and it's gonna ultimately push that person away if they are wise. Yeah, and then these cards fell on the side like this, and they did fall in reverse. Some of them. Um, yeah, it's like somebody could have some bad plans at play. Hold on, let me see if I can push these up so y'all can see them. This fell out in reverse. Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups, and the Five of Coins. It's like somebody could be trying to come up with a plan, or that's funny because even my baby was like, kids just be talking and they be saying some real shit. Okay, those of us connected and tapped in. She did say, "Oh, that's a bad plan. That's a bad plan." She was saying that earlier, randomly. Um, somebody could be planning something. Somebody could be planning something. Yeah, it's like they are engulfed in confusion. Like I said, radical honesty is the best way to live. Um, and when you really wake up and go through those awakenings, you realize that, especially when you grew up around people who were determined to being dishonest, who were very dishonest, very emotionally manipulative, very spiritually manipulative, trying to um, keep you asleep, basically. And so, spirit is like, whatever plans that they have is the lesser of two evils. Like, it ain't, they could be trying to convince themselves that, they doing the right thing, but it's still rooted in ill will or ill intention. So, with it in reverse, though, it ain't really going nowhere. Like I said, um, yeah, like I said, somebody could be recovering or needing to recover, um, after being guided to release and let go instead of trying to be strategic and plot and plan around somebody else's life. What you need to do is look in the mirror and be radically honest with yourself. Get in your journal and write out all the lies that you've been telling yourself instead of trying to manifest upon somebody else's will, um, thinking that it's gonna bring y'all closer. Okay. Because if you can't show up honest, don't even show up. Like, what? You got the higher font coming out. Yeah, there could be masculine energy. Again, like, it could be, toxic masculine energy with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands in reverse. As a whole, in society. Um, Masculines could be waking up at this time and being guided to relinquish control. Page of Cups. Yeah. Emotionally honest. And then we got the Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups energy, you could be guided to recovery. Okay, you could be guided to releasing and letting go of old lifestyles or old mentalities, um, old egomania, right? Facing your own egomania with the higher font out here and getting into your feelings. That's where you thrive. Okay. Dang, what do I want to eat right now? We got a King of Pentacles, um, that you that's watching you, okay? Could have closed out cycles with them or have been guided to. And then I feel like Divine Love Chosen, you are not sitting up here burdened about um what the things that you are guided to let go. Okay. Okay, you're tired of being in this burnt out energy, overstressed energy. Yeah, but you are protected. You are protected. Your ancestors is protecting you as you restore your energy. Yeah, masculines and the energy trying to, it's like, you know, what's really crazy, I'm reflecting about something that was illuminated to me. It's like, you know, of course, like a long time in our humanity and history, masculines have been trying to suppress feminine energy and feminine power. And not the, or let me not even say power. I don't even like power. Feminine leadership, right? Spiritual leadership. And it's like, there's a lot of toxic masculines that just want to compete with feminine spiritual knowledge and spirituality, and um, it's a lot of toxic masculines who won't allow their ego to surrender to um, their feminine. I mean, it is what it is. That's on them. That's on them. But it's really given, like, you know, warlock energies who um, get intimidated by the gifts and the blessings that only, not necessarily only, because as a union, as a partnership, you're supposed to be able to do it in togetherness, but mainly through divine feminine's abundance and being in the abundance within her being. It's like masculine is supposed to be the external support, right? The spirit guide to guide us through this earthly realm. And we are the spirit, period, right? And the more we are taken care of in a genuine, loving way, the more abundance we can naturally call in and bring forward in all aspects. And I feel like there's a lot of masculines who are fucking up their relationships because they are in competition with their divine goddess, their divine being, right? That is the direct link to their abundance. Thinking, you know, hyper independent, thinking that they can do it, you know, just as well, or um, even better than the divine feminine, right? That's a deep internal issue. That's a deep internal issue that needs to be addressed with these masculines that want to be in feminine energy these days. Feminine energy these days. So we got the King of Pentacles, King of Swords, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy. Past life energy. Six of Pentacles and a Hangman. Yeah, I feel like they're coming into new perspective too about that. Like, it's like I'm seeing like the tip of their wand. of I'm seeing like the tip of their wand, um, doing like a magic spurt, like die out thing. If any of y'all have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, the episode where Zuko loses his fire and he tries to shoot fire, and it like it does like this baby fart fire thing out of his hands. That's what I'm seeing from the the hyper independent divine masculines, trying to manifest into their lives without taking care of their divine feminines, or listening to their divine feminines and surrendering to their divine feminines. Um, that's what I meant. I wasn't talking about their physical one. Yeah, I got chariot energy here, temperance energy. So we got Cancer energy. We also got Sagittarius energy with the Nine of Swords here. So heavily in their head about this. Yeah, this is a lesson that y'all need to learn because it's just sad. Like, it's sad, but it's a little funny. Okay. We got, yeah, a lot of y'all need to have the courage to surrender. Okay, because Ten of Pentacles energy with the Ten of Swords. Yeah. It's like what they're manifesting is rooted in control and rooted in ego. Instead of doing the emotional healing that needs to happen, they rather try to still be in their ego and their pride and control some shit behind the scenes. Yeah. Page of Swords. Whole time they watching Divine Feminines, trying to learn from Divine Feminines, okay? Yeah. With the Three of Swords. But at the end of the day, the lessons they gotta learn is the lessons they gotta learn. Okay, with the Nine of Wands, yeah, struggling to manifest, right? Because in divine union, that is what divine feminine is for, right? To be poured into abundantly so that she can pour into masculine abundantly, the ways in which she is guided by her divine connection with the Most High and her divine connection with nature and spirit, that masculines naturally have to work 2 times, 3 times, 4 times harder to achieve. So, um, and it's not necessarily something that can be done in masculine solitude unless they are completely surrendered into nature, right? Completely away from the matrix, completely away from their titles, completely away from their accolades, completely devoid of ego, period. Whatchamacallit, what's the word I'm looking for? And some of these masculines, they still are engulfed in these systems, right? They still are moved by their titles, right? That they 333, as I say that, they are still moved by their ego is still stroked by their accolades, right? Their sacrifice in working with the matrix in order to achieve titles and achieve things or achieve success, superficial success. Okay, where we at? Is it this one? Is it? I don't know, but we got the Four of Wands. This is gonna be my last round. We got the Four of Wands, the Emperor. Yeah. And we got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Divine and feminine. I feel like you are protecting your heart at this time. Masculines, you could also be protecting your heart too. Divine feminines, you are guided to protecting your heart, which can make folks angry. Okay. You can't be moved by money. You can't be moved by any of the egotistical things that move you. Yeah. Lover's energy. Um, or I said any of the egotistical things that move you. They may have moved you in the past, okay? Just out of, blind acceptance or blind surrenderance, right? Toxic feminine surrenderance. When, but, and yeah, you're not moved by the egotistical things that move some of these masculines. So yeah, yeah. I feel like to also clarify this 4 coins real quick. It's like you see right through all of this shit. Yeah. Um. Somebody could be in this Five of Cups energy because of your Nine of Pentacles energy. Like, please make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? Past energy trying to come out. Yeah, you are protecting yourself at this time from these karmic toxic masculines. And only allowing, genuine energy, honest energy in your orb. Okay? And if you must, go out there, you are heavily protected and protecting yourself and your aura and your orb, okay? Period. Wake the fuck up, girl. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Six of Swords energy. Your ancestors are surrounding you, all over you, and protecting you. Okay? Hold grace for yourself. Can't nobody come into your aura fucking with you. These immature, past karmic energies. Okay, manipulative energies, controlling energies. Yeah, no, we ain't going for none of that. Okay, just period. They can keep trying it though, and spirit's gonna keep handing their ass to them. Yeah, it's time to go. All right. All right. Gratitude. I hope that helps. Hope it resonates. If it do, be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. If you need to find me anywhere, everything is in the description. Fulfill the prophecy and follow me. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.